No, you're not door dashing McDonald's. If anyone is door dashing McDonald's, it's the goddamn drunk who walked in through your front door. And I was like, John, are you ready to record today? And you're like, yeah, Zach, are you ready to record today? And I'm like, John, I've never been ready to record in my life.
You're listening to Those Dram Yinzers with your hosts, John and Zach.
Hey everyone, I'm John.
And I am Zach.
And welcome to a special edition of Those Dram Yinzers, where we drink days 1 through 5 of the Pittsburgh Whiskey Friend Whiskey Advent Calendar.
And ho, ho, ho about it.
we hoeing ourselves out for this Advent Calendar, is that what you're saying?
Your words, not mine.
We do want to, I'm going to preface this, but we do want to thank Aaron and the gang for providing us with one of these again this year. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
They sold, I think, 100 of them this year, and they maxed out that they can't make any more. Like they can't go more than 100. And I think Aaron said these sold out in 12 minutes. Tina.
My name's not Tina.
You ever heard that?
No.
Tina texts a lot.
It's my wife. She asked what time I was going to be. She said no pressure. She just wanted to know what time I'd be home. And I was just giving her a rough guesstimate. If you
tell her we just started.
Tina texts a lot, honestly.
You've never heard that?
No, I have not heard that. I'm not a teacher.
It's not a teacher thing. It's just a thing people say.
Are you sure?
Yes.
Are you sure you're sure?
I'm definitely sure.
You're positive.
Mm-hmm. You want to get into this?
You sure?
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
This is what I do to Connor when he started the why.
Oh, my God.
And I just say, well, why do you think? And then he goes, because. And then the conversation ends. Anyway, for everything Those Dram Yinzers, be sure to visit thosedramyinzers.com. You can find our social media links, our Patreon page, and the order form for our TDY hats. You can also find the link to Zach's favorite website.
John, are you talking about quite possibly one of the greatest websites that ever websited? Dramit.threadless.com. A site where you can find things like clothes, which are kind of important if you want to be a member of a productive society. You know, no shirt, no shoes, no service. Well, we got you covered on at least one of those. Shortly, both of those.
Well, we're even moving into the modern world where a lot of places are saying no masks, no service. You can get masks there,
You can get masks here, too. So, if you just want to be able to go out and do stuff, why not start with dramit.threadless.com? Help out two of your favorite, most handsomest podcasters, probably on the World Wide Web. 90% of that is John. He really carries this team. And do yourself a favor and just get some bomb-ass swag, which stands for, as my wife reminded me, stuff we all get.
Is that what that means?
I don't know if that actually is what that means.
I mean, I trust her because
I think that's
she's
from a
the
show.
teacher.
I'm just too tired right now to remember which show it's from.
Yeah.
People are going to be like, God, Zach was drunk. And I'm going to be like, no, this is really just this is honest to God, post 9 p.m. Zach every day. Stone cold sober, post 9 p.m. Zach.
Yeah.
So.
In the box, 25.
What's in the box?
25 whiskeys, all blind. We're going to go 5 at a time. This one will come out on December 5th, the next one on the 10th, 15th, so on and so forth.
It's a good thing we're doing this during Advent because we going to need the Lord's help.
Most definitely. Especially when we have to hurry and do the last couple so that we're not
God.
Recording.
We're late. Quick. Chug these.
We're not recording.
John, what do you think of this?
We're not recording on Christmas Eve.
Hurry up and drink. I got to get to church.
And so every year they always do some sort of fun sticker as like the labels, right? So this year, Aaron likes to play with, I think Photoshop is what he technically uses.
Most def.
He took the faces of all the admins and moderators for PWF and has photoshopped their faces onto the stickers, the posters for 25 or 24 of 25. I don't know if the Christmas one has something on it or not. Holiday movie posters. So did you just pull out number one?
Let's put out number one. Sorry about the noise in the background, folks.
Number one is called Dram Gone, right? And it's a play on Home Alone. And that is our moderator, Umberto, who we need to get up to his place and drink there. But yeah, he put his faces on all the characters on them. No, give me that one. That's the one I'm drinking. You have to.
Wait, is this
Well, no, I originally wasn't sure if we were going to meet in person. By the way, Zach's actually here at my house, and I'm freaking out because he never comes here anymore.
Guys, we're doing it. We're really doing it. It's like 2019 again.
Fuck it, we'll do it live.
We're doing it live. John said the first swear.
I did. I'm over it.
Guys, it's a Christmas miracle.
Oh, this is going to be a very long episode. Anyway.
Remember when you were like, yeah, let's make this 30 minutes, and I was like, no.
Yeah, this is hilarious. I love this. If you're in the Facebook group or if you follow Pittsburgh Whiskey Friends on Instagram, Aaron is going to be posting the daily poster on there. So even if you didn't get a calendar, you're going to get to see the fun holiday cheer that he made.
You just won't get to taste it. Sorry.
Have to listen to us.
Trust our plebeian novice taste buds. That's right.
All right, pour your one. Let's nose this. Let's get through this. Not get through this. Let's not
John,
be here.
Are you trying to keep me? Are you trying to kick me out? I mean, I understand if you are. It is a school night, but little babyish pour.
What are you getting on the nose?
Right away, it's fruity.
See, I get like a little bit of like a smoky, but not like a peat smoke. You know what I mean?
Do you know any other podcast where there's just like awkward silences where it's like the guest host is just like, excuse me while I sniff this glass?
I mean, that's pretty much every whiskey podcast, but I think they all edit out. I edit out a lot of the downtime.
Yeah, you do. It's like, gee, they got this quick. No, we didn't.
There was like 2 minutes of silence and just this.
Yeah. Or as my brother likes to say,
you're gonna kill me.
John's like, I'm looking for a new host. So
much for this being a 30-minute show.
Anyone who would like to replace Zach post haste.
I do get that fruit.
I get like a smoky honey blackberry.
That's very specific.
I could just be well lubricated by now, but I don't know. That's what I'm getting.
Smoky blackberry
With some honey.
Honey. I like that.
It smells good. It smells like it should taste good. So if this tastes shit, then I'm going to be real upset.
Oh, and so remember they did where it was like Aaron was like numbers 1 through 4 and Bobby was like 5 through 8. Remember we did that a couple years ago?
Yeah.
So they've all put 4 in, but it's all scrambled. So I don't know when are we going to get Aaron's 4? They're all scrambled up throughout. So no hints.
I don't like that. I need to know ahead of time if I should be prepared to ride the dragon. Because tonight, I am in no way, shape, or form prepared to ride the dragon.
I'll get you some food. Dried fruit.
I will say off the bat, holy shit, delicious. Dried fruit, definitely. While I was drinking, I got a little butterscotch. Little leathery, I think.
Okay. There's a spice note in that middle that I can't pinpoint.
I agree. I want to give a quick shout out to my wife who just texted me and said, if you need me to come pick you up, let me know. I don't mind. Bearing in mind that this is a woman at home right now with 2 kids, who's a teacher and pursuing her doctorate. I married a fucking badass.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
I know that. I just want everyone else to
know
leveled
up there, sir.
Oh, like infinity %. Like, Holy forking shirt balls, to quote The Good Place.
If you don't know this about either of us already, we get very lovey-dovey when we drink, and Zach's
God.
already pretty lubricated, so
I'm fairly well lubricated, but I just even if I wasn't, I just got to give my wife a shout out. She's a badass. She's a badass babe. If she ever hears this episode, she's going to be fucking mortified.
What is that? Because that note hits in the middle and then continues throughout into the finish. I don't hate it. What do you think of the finish?
Oh, I like everything about this. I like the hug.
It's pleasant.
It's a pleasant hug. I like how sweet it is from the tip of the palate to the back of the throat.
Boom.
It's just so... There's no point with this one where I'm like, that was unpalatable or uncomfortable or unpleasant. Like, it's literally just from nose to palate to finish. It's just all pleasant. There's like a honeycomb to it a little bit.
I'm getting like a grain, grassy, grainy note. That's very interesting to me.
It's simultaneously sweet and refreshing.
Mm-hmm.
It's not one of those like overly sweet whiskeys where you're kind of like, whoo, that's too much. Like, I could drink a couple of these easily.
What do you think it is?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm not sure.
You can't. You're bourbon rye.
Oh, bourbon rye. Oh, okay, I can.
No, don't try to. No, I know. What type of whiskey is this?
I thought you were asking me to like pinpoint a distiller. I'm like,
No.
I'm not like Aaron's level of wizardry.
No, I mean,
can't be like, well, this is clearly a Jim Beam mash bill.
No. What do you think this is? Bourbon, rye?
I think
wheat.
This is either a wheat or a bourbon. If it's a bourbon, I think it's a wheat-based bourbon.
You think it's a wheater? Okay.
Possibly. Just because I'm not getting a lot of pepper on this, man. It's just smooth as silk.
Yeah, I'm going to go with bourbon specifically.
It's
What would you rate this?
Oh, this is a Haas.
Oh, yeah.
Hands down a Haas. We are starting. Good luck to the rest of you because we started off strong. And I swear, if this is one of those bullshit things that they gave us where they're like, well, you could only get this in 1927.
No.
I'm going to punch someone in the face.
No, I don't think the case, because I'm going to probably speak incorrectly here, but I think they had to get 100 of these, or however many they needed to get. They had to buy 4 of everything.
Okay, so I should be able to purchase this.
Yeah,
in theory.
I think that's why they're cutting it out. That's why they're not going above what they've made this year, because it's getting hard to find that many of like one particular thing. All right, so number 2, Dram Gone 2. So again, Umberto, only this time he's gone to New York.
Is he in a limousine?
And the wet bandits have turned into the sticky bandits.
The sticky bandits. Does he ask Donald Trump where the restroom is?
But Aaron has put Umberto's face on every character, including the Statue of Liberty. I'm going to pour this out, and I want you to stare at this.
Should I be given a gorgeous segment for this? Because if so,
you should.
So far, Aaron, it's just all gorgeous.
and then the show turns into a 2-hour show.
Oh my gosh. I don't have my glasses on, but I can tell you right now, that's the oldest fucking thing I've ever said in my entire fucking life. I hope my dad doesn't listen to this episode.
I think, didn't your dad like give up on us a while
I think he might have.
All right, did you pour this one? Ooh.
That's a gorgeous, for sure. That's a gorgeous.
Oh, that's got an interesting note on it.
Oh my, it's like a plum?
Yeah, it's way more fruity than the last one.
It's got like a spiced holiday fruit note to it, which is why I want to say plum.
Like a sugar plum or something like that.
Well, I mean, think about it, buddy. This is like the first time we've done this together in a while. Like, I'm like on cloud 9 right now.
Me too.
I don't know. There's something different about like being able to say your beautiful face across the bar.
Well, and it's also better because
computer.
the sound is 10 times better than the Zoom. Just
because
somebody
don't have
never
a good setup at home.
Just because somebody never uploaded their audio for the last episode, so I had to go with Zoom.
Oh fuck! Did you?
Yeah.
Oh damn it! I was gonna give that to you tonight.
So you sound like this because it's through the Zoom. So you know.
Well, you know what, John? I think that's fair to say. If I can't get you my fucking audio, then I feel like it's only fair that you use what's available to you.
There's your cold open.
See, it's better when we're in person.
I miss you so much. Oh, God damn it.
Am I door dashing McDonald's?
Es posible. No, you're not door dashing McDonald's. If anyone is door dashing McDonald's, it's the goddamn drunk who walked in through your front door. And I was like, John, are you ready to record today? And you're like, yeah, Zach, are you ready to record today? And I'm like, John, I've never been ready to record in my life. Oh, fuck, that's good.
Crisp up front, just like the last one.
Yeah. It gets a little peppery towards the back, I think.
Late
Oh,
hug.
wow. It is very, very different from the first, but just as delicious. I would almost classify the one that we had before as like a great summertime whiskey, and this tastes like a holiday whiskey. This is a New Year's cocktail waiting to be made if I ever had one.
Okay. Yeah, it's got that pepper in the middle, but not so much that I hate. Not so much that I'm just like, I'm out,
No. It's a pleasant pepper. There's a nice warming to it. That's I don't know. It's
Pepper, it's vanilla, it's
a little bit of fruit. To your point, there's like a crispness to it at the front that I almost want to associate with like a pear or an apple. It's not appley. It's got almost like a it's like if you took a Granny Smith apple and you prepared it for an apple pie, and you just took like a little skim off the top of that. That is what kind of hits you at the beginning.
I don't hate this. I like that. Start to finish. Even that hug, it kicks in a little later. But again,
good.
it's not.
There's a woody, kind of earthy flavor to it, but it's not dirt. It's spiced. It's I like it. This is a Haas for me. I'm just gonna say it.
No, I'm with you.
I'm just picturing this.
What do you think this is? Like type. I'm gonna go rye.
I think rye. I think it's a rye. I think it's a really, really good rye. If it's a bourbon, then it's a really rye forward bourbon. But I'm
not getting those strong.
Yeah, I'm not getting the corn sweetness.
Right.
I'm getting a delightful sweet peppery. I think it's rye.
Yeah, I'm going with that too.
Oh, can you imagine how good this would be with like a squeeze of orange in it? All right, so just bear with me for a minute. We're gonna do a little drunk mixology.
Oh God.
This whiskey with a squeeze of orange, a sprinkle of nutmeg, and a few blackberries sitting in the cocktail, and that's it.
Okay.
That's all you need.
I did peek at this one when I was pouring you out, but so this has me.
You did what while you were whatting me?
Exactly.
John.
This has me torn. Okay.
Okay.
And I think Aaron has solidified. I think he has given his answer to the age-old question: is Die Hard a Christmas movie?
It is a fucking Christmas movie.
Okay,
I don't give
because
a fuck.
this one is a play on Die Hard, and it's called.
Thank God.
It's called Rye Hard.
I was so afraid that Aaron and I were going to be fighting for a minute, and I just couldn't do that. I couldn't do that this holiday season. I love him too much.
750 milliliters of sheer adventure, and guess who's the lead actress?
Is it Mishy?
Is it Mishy? Yes. Wait, let me pour. But it's super light, which tells me this is probably going to be either like Irish or Scotch, which is sad because it's called Rye Hard. I would assume you would give us a freaking rye, but
I hope it is.
maybe it's just a
Come
very.
out to the coast. We'll get together, have a few laughs.
Here, look at this.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that amazing?
Oh my goodness.
Right.
Rye Hard.
It's really funny.
I'm so glad I used Mishy. Oh my gosh.
All right, nose. What do you got?
Pepper.
Whoa, that's a weird.
This is an interesting thing I've never smelled before. Okay.
Potato chips.
I'm going to say something that's going to sound a little weird.
I just said potato chips.
It's going to sound a little off-putting. Smells a little sweaty.
Sweaty?
Yeah. There's like a salty tang to it.
Okay, so you're getting like a salt, which tells me is the saltiness is typically a space side, whatever it is.
Right? There's kind of like a tart, salty tang to it.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Like dried apricots.
Dude, I'm getting a little coffee on the finish.
Really?
Yeah. But I get the dried apricots too. Like up front, it goes like dried apricots, and then it like gradually transitions to like a coffee finish for me. Like a chocolate coffee. There's like a chocolate note to it.
Yep, there it is. I got it.
Okay, I just want to take a second, just a hot second, and talk about where we were 3 years ago.
At this point last year, or 3 years ago,
3
we were
years
doing
ago.
our very first advent calendar.
Not this point 3 years ago. 3 years ago when we were first starting.
Yeah, when we started, they gave us an advent calendar that year.
Oh, goddamn, that's right.
Yeah,
They did, didn't
we
they?
we went guns blazing first year.
We rode that dragon with no armor. But just think about the difference in palate.
Oh yeah, I
Between
mean, I
now
thought
and-
Mellow Corn was Buffalo Trace, so
Yeah, and I never understood how someone could taste chocolate on a whiskey. I was like, the fuck? Mm-hmm. And
we did. That was the year of the infamous 22 with your brother.
you know, I will be honest. Okay, Aaron, I don't want to hear it, but I would be very curious to try 22 again and see how it compares now versus when we were first starting.
I'm gonna stick to this is the space side Scotch. There's not a heavy peat, which makes me not think it's Islay.
No, but there's a subtle smokiness to it. There's a butterscotch. It's like a butterscotch smokiness with a chocolate coffee finish. So, John, now we know in order to get
what do
any
you
good-
think it is? Do you agree with me on the?
I want to go with you. As much as I want to say this is a rye just because of the incredible pun that Aaron put on the bottle.
Which I think he was throwing us off with that because I mean, color alone tells me this wasn't going to be,
This is too light. I want to say this is a Speyside.
I'm gonna look up if we're actually pronouncing that right.
Speyside? Spy-side? Oh, that's a wee Speyside. Oh, that's a wee Speyside. I think that's Speyside. I think that's a little bit of a Speyside. That sounds a bit more Scottish, don't you think? I've been watching a lot of Outlander, so if it doesn't sound authentic, then you're gonna be full of shit. Oh, did I tell you that I taught Logan how to say, oh, that's a wee coo? Which is how to say, ah, that's a little cow in Scottish. So he'll walk around the house going, oh, that's a wee coo. And then on the flip side, back stateside, I taught him how to say Speyside.
So it is space.
Oh, that's the Speyside. Okay, I could see that better. I could see that, yeah. And then Logan also walks around the house going, in his Boston accent, ugh, that's wicked. Or he goes, that's wicked smart.
What are you watching?
Nothing. I just I don't know. Rachel and I think of random ass accents, and we're like, Logan, you're 3, say this.
And it just sticks.
And he's like, that's a wicked smart daddy. And I'm like, yeah, that is a wicked smart daddy. And he's like, that's a wee coo. And I'm like, that is a wee coo. We're just all over the fucking place, aren't we?
I can take a guess, but what are you rating this?
That's a Haas for me. We're 3 for 3 Haas's this year.
Yeah, they're starting out with bangers.
Bangers. Absolute bangers.
I love this one. I love that.
That-
Everything.
That is so good. That could be, that would obviously good neat. That'd be good on the rocks. That'd be good in a cup of coffee. That would be, oh my God. Okay. All right. Bear with me. This, hot chocolate, and a little bit of the Liberty Pole bourbon creme.
All right, I'm down. Kim and Daryl Lambert are our next actor and actress for Christmas. For Christmas, no. Oh, it's a play on Four Christmases.
Right.
Right, but it's called Four Horsemen.
Oh, that's discouraging.
Right, but this is also super light.
That sounds like a Bobby whiskey.
Jim Beam, Jack Daniels, Johnny Walker, and Jameson. And it's probably not going to be enough to get through Christmas.
Aaron, I want to take
fantastic.
a minute. I want to take a minute to just applaud you on the level of creativity and dad jokes that have gone into this year. This is fabulous.
All right, so this is a little on the lighter side as well.
Amazing.
Mm-hmm. I'm getting teeny bit of a peat on the nose.
It's a little tart to me. Like there's a sourness to it.
Mm-hmm. I can see that.
Oh, wow. That's sweet, though.
Light sweetiness on the front. Peat, the smokiness kicks in about in the middle. Finishes out like you just breathe in like a nice like campfire.
Yeah. I get a little brown sugar on there.
Mm-hmm.
On the nose, is it a kumquat that's like a sour fruit?
Maybe.
I think it is. Because if I'm not completely full of an outhouse's worth of shit, I want to say I get like a smoky kumquat on the nose. Because there's a smoky sourness to it, but it's still fruity. It's still sweet.
The finish, as much as I like that little campfire at the end, it kind of died out a bit. And I got no hug on that.
Of the four, this is definitely the one that kind of like petered out at the end the quickest. Mm-hmm. I don't get a hug in the throat. I get a hug on the back of the tongue and and the roof of the mouth. But it doesn't carry all the way down to the chest. It's good. It's I think it's nice, actually. I think this could be a pretty easy sipper for a lot of people.
What do you think it is?
I think it's a rye blend.
What do you mean by that?
I think that it's a blend of whiskeys, but that a rye whiskey was used as a primary ingredient in that blend.
I'm not really sure.
Is that a thing? Did I just make something up that says not a fucking thing?
I mean, you basically just described an American whiskey, but they just primarily had rye whiskey in it.
Yeah. Just because it's sweet, there's an element to this that I feel like you wouldn't. Again, I haven't drank all the whiskeys. Would you believe it?
I'm gonna go with a rye with you on that.
But there's an element to this that I've never experienced in a rye before. That I'm wondering if it's a rye blended with something else that has given it kind of this unique flavor palette. I'm probably talking out my butt, but you know, tears, hot tears.
Sorry, I turned into Tina. I had to text Aaron because he never sent me what the first five were.
John's
right.
Like, this is the last time I invite you over after a happy hour. This is a house for me. I'm 4 for 4 on the houses right now.
I'm going to go downtown just because, like, no, I think by itself I probably would have given this a house, but, like, the other three were just, like, lights out better.
The other three were lights out. The other three were, without a doubt, Hasses, but I still enjoyed this one enough that I would, depending on the price point, once I found out what it was. Price point dependent, this is a Haas or a downtown for me. But if it's not an obscene amount of money, like if I don't have to sell Logan to get it, then it'd be a Haas for me.
Okay.
But if I had to sell one of my children for it, I'd be like, well, I'll just have it downtown. Because you're right, the other three were absolutely fucking dynamite.
There was just a lot more going on there flavor-wise for the other three.
The other thing, too, is the one that we had right before this. Oh, my God. That chocolate coffee at the end was just such a beautiful finish. I loved it so much. It was so good.
A play on A Christmas Story. A gazebo story.
A gazebo story?
So one of the moderators has this giant gazebo in his backyard, and he does a lot of like North Hills like get-togethers, and they always hang out at the gazebo. So,
all right, wow, it's an intense smell. Aaron, I gotta give you major props, man. Your Photoshop skills with this are next level, out of this world. Like, if we don't get full labels on this, some of these on something, it's a crime.
I'm gonna plaster the entire downstairs with these. Like, I have movie posters over there. I'm gonna put all 24.
Yeah, like I know for a fact the dude's got like higher res images on his computer right now.
Oh, he does. Oh, yeah, because he had to shrink them down. Because like he sent me like a couple.
Yeah,
and he showed me like
so
the
Aaron,
full
if you're
scale.
not putting these out as like signed posters, like 1 of 20 kind of a thing.
Okay, so I only ever got this note once. Parm cheese, like grated Parmesan cheese.
Thank you for saying that because that makes total sense. I smelled it. I smelled it and I was like, what is that? Like, that is... I should not be drinking cheese.
It's all right.
It's all right.
Wasn't overpowering. I'm not like, you know.
No, it was fine. I think it's good, but I don't know if I'd buy a bottle of this. I do want to try to dissect what flavors I'm getting, though.
Dried dark fruit.
Yeah. Dried cherries?
Mm-hmm. With like, there's like almost like a caramel, like not caramel the flavor in itself, but like the texture. Mm-hmm. You know, like at the end, like a creamy like caramel at the end.
Mm-hmm. But there's also something very medicinal about this. Do you remember when we were kids and we would
Flintstone vitamins?
No, if only. And we'd get sick, and we would get
the pink stuff.
The not the pink stuff, the red stuff.
Oh, it's the red stuff.
The cherry flavor.
Oh, I never got the pink one. That was bougie.
Bad and bougie. When I was a kid, we would have some cherry flavored cough syrup. Mm-hmm. It had like obviously it was medicine, so it had like this medicinal tang, almost like a metallic tang to it that I'm getting off of this guy a little bit. Like, this isn't bad. This isn't bad at all, but this is definitely a downtown for me.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with you on that. What do you think this might be?
I don't know. I've never had anything like this before. There's the cherry sweetness is throwing me off. But again, there's that medicinal metallic tang on the end that I'm getting. Are you getting that too? Mm-hmm.
I'm getting something at the end like that, yeah. I can't place this. I don't think it's I don't really think it's a rye. It doesn't have the I'm gonna say this is. I'm just gonna whiskey. As stupid as that sounds, like I don't think this is gonna have like a rye or a bourbon classification. I think it's just gonna say like whiskey.
This is the blend.
Yeah,
I'm gonna call this a blend.
Alrighty, so that was days 1 through 5. Now, like I said, this episode, when you're listening to it, is going to come out on December 5th. If it's not already this next date I announced, on December 7th, we're going to release the reveal of what these first 5 are. So stay tuned. We're not gonna do our typical outro toast thing because we're not done, right? So I'm just gonna say see you later.
Yeah. I tried to be clever, but it's just not gonna happen right now.